3, 4.
Think you're headed straight home, but you realize you're all alone. Take a turn down that dim-lit street. One more day to sell your soul, but you feel like you've lost control. Tomorrow can't hurt if it never comes. Do you see that you running from you chasing your love in this feedback loop? Dizzy and burden that you bear. You should free your body and your soul.
Is Letter to Memphis. Devin Cahill on vocals, Gene Starks on guitar, and Paul Niehaus on bass. Paul, how'd you pick up the bass?
Oh, man. Well, I started on the trumpet, and then I played the guitar. And the bass was this other thing that was kind of this mysterious thing. It said, you know, that's a cool role in a band. They're just kind of chilling low,
right,
and grooving. So I said, that I'm going to try that. That's for me.
And he's our anchor, though. Totally.
What's that?
He's our anchor.
And he is a multi-instrumentalist, too.
And so does the bass sort of keep is the bass like the drums in a sense? It sort of keeps the time?
It is like the melodic equivalent of the drums. It has like pitch, but it's basically the same thing, just trying to give this big bed of a foundation for people to stand on.
Gotcha. And you don't spin that thing like some of our country folks.
Sometimes.
Sometimes you bust it out? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All right, good. So is it, if you can play the bass, can you play the guitar, or is it two separate worlds?
Well, technically, like with your hands, you probably could, but it's kind of a different like mental switch. Like it's just a different role that you're playing in the group. So you just have to have this awareness of what that is.
Yeah, all right, good. Letter to Memphis, been here, our house band, all morning long. And you call yourself, what was it, jazzy? What was
Indie folk with soul.
Indie folk with soul. And everything you played today was original.
Yes.
And it was, I got to tell you, it was a crazy morning here with everything running around, but you guys were great, and the songs were fantastic. It really was very, very nice. So I want to give you guys a shout out. Heavy Anchor tomorrow night. The website is lettertomemphis.net, and we can pick up the original songs and CD where?
You can find them on iTunes. You can get them on our Bandcamp. We also have a Facebook, a Twitter, all of the above, and links to everything via our website.
Do you do weddings and bar mitzvahs and
we do weddings,
divorces?
Yes, we do, and we do cover songs upon request. So.
Right.
But we are mostly an original band, and we did just put out our. I noticed your last guests are performing at the Sheldon.
Yes.
We put out our record last year, and we released it at the Sheldon, which was just a dream come true.
Being a band in 2015, I mean, there's really no difference between you and, say, a band signed by a record label, because you guys can do all the same and have all the same avenues that these big giant record labels have, right?
Much different production budget.
Okay. But outside of that, just
or promotion budget, I should say.
Distribution, though, wise, I mean, people can find you now easier than ever before.
Yeah, it's much easier to do it yourself in this day and age, and we're definitely a DIY do-it-yourself.
Right, but there are actually some big bands that are actually saying, some big names saying we're going to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
Then they have the name.
Yeah, and we did record our album in Paul's basement as well. So.
All right, Paul's Basement. So that's the Worldwide Recording Studios.
Yes. It's called Blue Lotus.
Blue Lotus, yes. Don't tell them it was Paul's Basement. It was Blue Lotus.
Right, yes, the Blue Lotus Studio.
Blue Lotus Production House. Yeah, there you go. All right, Letter to Memphis is the band, the website, lettertomemphis.net. And Devin Cahill, Gene Starks, Paul Niehaus. Guys, thanks for coming in. It was fantastic.
Thanks so much.
All right, we